It is now time for Ask the Expert. Flu season is approaching, and there are some common misconceptions when it comes to getting the flu and the flu shot.
So this afternoon, we are joined by Dr. Angela Tanazzi, Director of Infection Prevention. And this time of year, a lot of people are saying, what is the difference between the cold and the flu?
Sure. The flu, usually you feel awful. You have a high fever. You have what's called malaise, where you just feel rotten and tired, muscle aches, sometimes runny nose and cough. The cold is usually really runny nose, cough, feeling like you have, when people say, a sinus infection.
So we don't have a shot for the cold, but we do have a flu shot.
Right.
What are some of the misconceptions with flu shots?
Sure. Misconceptions being that the shot gives you the flu. The shot can't give you the flu. There's many different kinds of vaccines, whether you get it in a shot form or in a nasal form, and you can't get the flu from those.
Let me ask you about that a little bit, because a lot of people talk about the flu shot and they say, oh, this year the vaccine only worked 50-50. Or, hey, I haven't had the shot for 10, 15 years and I haven't gotten the flu. So does everyone really need the flu, or just certain high-risk groups?
Great question. The recommendation is anybody 6 months and older should get the flu shot. So you're protecting yourself, you're protecting your family and your community when you get vaccinated.
Well, what do you say to those folks who say, I haven't gotten the flu in the last 10, 15 years and I've never had the shot?
Sure, perhaps, or you could actually be a carrier of the flu and not have symptoms. So you actually want to protect your family and your community by getting the flu shot, even if you don't have symptoms.
So we don't want the flu.
Correct.
Is there anything we can do other than getting the shot that can kind of help us get through flu season?
Sure. So the flu vaccination is the #1 way to prevent. Also, great hand hygiene, meaning when you cough, when you sneeze, before you eat, make sure those hands are clean. You touch your eyes and your mouth constantly, and stay home when you're ill. Those are basically the best.
Yeah, and we're coming up to that season where we're at the holidays, we're around a lot of people, we're eating, we're putting things in our mouths, and so when you talk about hand washing, even those little sanitizers are pretty good?
You bet. If you have the alcohol-based hand rubs, those are great. If you have soap and water, those are great. Both are effective against cold and flu viruses.
All right, you have now been told what to do.
We have been
Wash
told.
your
We are
hands
now
and get
prepared.
Get vaccinated. That's
Thank you very much for coming in.
My pleasure.
If you have a question for our experts, you can email them at asktheexpert@today'stmj4.com, or you can leave a voicemail. We always have the number up there on the screen, 414-967-5253.